if we're thinking of conceiving, we probably want to get rid of this. Goals to be met. One with Mother Nature today, folks. And speaking of Mother Nature, let's make some babies, shall we? Welcome back to my channel, beautiful creatures. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you some tips and tricks on how to conceive a baby. That's right, my friends, little babies. I'm a mother of 3, and out of the 3 children that I have, I only planned on 1. So I know everything pretty much down to a T on complete opposite spectrums. So I'm going to share with you some tips and tricks that I've learned throughout the 31 years of my life, and I hope that they're very helpful. I did some research as well to implement within this content to be extra helpful, as always, and I will be viewing my handy dandy notepad of notes, so don't judge me, okay? There's a lot to take in here, and we need to be well organized as best we can. First and foremost, there's a few things that I just want to touch bases on, and I'm basically calling this the category of comments for content. Number 1, if you have any doubts in being able to conceive or within your family history, genetics, genes, DNA, whatever have you, there's some family members or relatives that struggle with conceiving, you may first and foremost want to take yourself and your partner to a doctor's appointment and just get everything checked out if you have any doubts. If you do not, it's totally fine, dive on into the fun, but just keep that in mind in the back of your head, just in case, so you don't let yourself down or get super stressed over this. My second comment is healthy habits. You want to accumulate healthy habits like kicking smoking, eliminating your alcohol consumption, working on your diet, working better on getting more rest, things to that nature. So say you don't sleep very well, my friend, you're going to want to start, because a newborn will keep you from sleeping for sure. Diet is going to be crucial and important because you need a healthy body, you need healthy sperm, healthy eggs, hormones, things like that. If you've already just conceived, you want to obviously be healthy for baby as well. And then it's good to start this habit now if you don't have a really good diet to begin with, because then you won't be crazy stressed out when you're trying to be Miss Perfect Mom here and make your body this healthy temple. So if you start working on some of this stuff now while conceiving, it will start to come a little bit easier once you have conceived. My next comment is to stay stress-free as much as possible. I know this can be a stressful time period, or it can be a really happy and positive one. So try and lean more towards the happy and positive and really embrace this new beginning, this new journey and adventure that you and your partner are on. I know you're thinking, yeah, right, okay, stay stress-free. I mean, this is life, right? This is called life. It's not, peaches and cream. I understand that, but don't sweat the small stuff and just really embrace this moment that you're in right now. Last comment for content is start planning if you can. So since you are planning to conceive, go ahead and plan in a few other different categories and areas. So consider your money, budgeting and finances, maybe a baby room. Do you have space where you currently live? Are you planning on moving? Because that can be another stressor while pregnant. Definitely don't want to be lifting a lot of weight, even though I was a very stubborn pregnant woman and just did everything how I wanted to, but that's extra stress and tension on your body, as well as a move can be stressful. So start planning some of this stuff now if you can, and it will help alleviate a lot of stress and worry during this process for yourself. As well as you may want to start accumulating things for baby. Maybe you want to buy a pack of diapers once a month, or some wipes or something like that. Maybe wait for the wipes closer to time so they're not all dried up and whatnots. But you know what I'm saying, like blankets, crib stuff, clothing, bottles, binkies, pacifier, whatever have you. This may help alleviate some of the financial stress on your pockets when baby is due to arrive. Lastly, before diving into my next category of tips, I would like to add to the whole diet for the healthy habits that you need to try and stay chemical free if possible. So really start paying more attention to the soaps, shampoos, conditioners, deodorant, things that you use that you put onto your body, because your body and your skin is like a vessel or a sponge and will absorb all these toxins and chemicals, which could counteract your whole conceiving process, as well as your just natural overall health for yourself, partner, and baby. So it's good to try and start some of those habits as well. They will be very beneficial and helpful even when you have baby, learning some new natural remedies. So keep following this channel if you're new, because I like to implement a lot of natural remedies and routines within our lifestyle as best we can for health reasons. So stay tuned for things like that, because they will be helpful once baby is also here. Now diving into the tips, I highly recommend investing your phone by downloading an ovulation schedule or app. I like to use Flow. I will scroll through and show you a few little contents on the Flow app, but I downloaded it to my phone and I used it as a period tracker and an ovulation schedule as well. So husband and I knew when not to have sex unprotected because I would be ovulating, or I could just keep track of my period and things to that nature. Now this app is really awesome. There are many others to choose from. I'm just recommending this one as a helpful tip or app to use, but you can also calculate your alcohol consumption, your food diet, your sleep, your mood swings, your sexual agenda or whatever have you, if you were spotting, if you had cramps, things like that. So it's really helpful to use something like that so you can calculate your ovulation cycle as well as your menstrual cycle, etc. My next tip is don't overdo it. So, and I mean like doing it, like, being sexually active. So basically, sperm can live up to 5 days. So during your ovulation cycle, don't feel that you have to have sex every single night of your ovulation schedule. If you feel like it's going to be harder for you and your partner to conceive, then maybe you can, but this could also create stress and tension and like overload on the body and the reproductive area. So just remember that sperm lives up to 5 days and you need to give those swimmers a chance, you know what I mean? But regardless, just keep that in mind, that you don't have to freak yourself out and overdo it and stress yourself out like, oh my gosh, partner's working late tonight, you better hurry home. It's time to get busy. So don't worry about that stuff whatsoever, and just try and stay as stress-free as possible, but don't overdo it. Do what feels right for you and your partner. My next tip is don't compare yourself and experience to others. It's nice to absorb and collect information that might be useful or helpful for you and your partner during this process, but don't overstress the experience comparison. Maybe this person gets pregnant a lot easier and it's a girlfriend of yours and you're like, why can't I be like that? You're really going to get yourself into a negative low by letting that stuff consume you. So don't let it consume you whatsoever, and just really hone in on your experience, your moment, and everything will work out the way the universe will plan it to for you. So don't stress about it. Don't compare yourself. Just absorb and collect as much information that will be helpful for you that you can utilize. My next tip is kind of like a food for thought, not just for you while trying to conceive, but also your partner for healthy sperm and reproductive process, functions, things to that nature, as well as for baby once you have conceived and you're about a month or two pregnant. There's some things and foods that you can eat, hot teas that you can drink that will really help boost your immune system. And the three most important ones are iron, folate, and antioxidants. Iron helps to support ovulation and healthy egg development, and things that are high in iron for your body are spinach, beans, leafy greens. So try to amp those up in your diet, and maybe even your partner's as well, even though a male partner doesn't, if you're female, male partner doesn't have, eggs, but you know what I'm saying, depending on what your relationship is, whether you're bisexual or lesbian or gay or whatever have you, whatever your plan is, these are just some helpful things. But I am coming obviously from a woman's standpoint in conceiving, so not to be judgmental at all, but take those things into consideration. But iron is really crucial and important for your body and for your husbands in conceiving. Folate is really good for support for brain, heart, and neural tube development for babies. So definitely up the ante with folate once you realize that you are pregnant. This will definitely help for the first few weeks of baby forming within you. And then antioxidants. Antioxidants also contain vitamin C, folate, and fiber if you're leaning towards like the berries and pomegranate. And it also states that it helps reproductive cells helps reduce damage to reproductive cells caused by toxins. A few really good antioxidant foods that you can incorporate in your diet are blueberries, raspberries, strawberries, and pomegranate. And then it's just really good for overall healthy immune system as well, because a woman's body is an overdrive, like a factory, when you are creating a human being. It's a beautiful thing. So just make sure to take care of yourself diet-wise. And my last tips are have fun. Set the mood for you and your partner. Maybe you want to do candles. Maybe you want to incorporate a really positive environment and atmosphere to create your baby. So burn some sage if you're a spiritual individual. Don't force it. Don't over force it or overthink it. Just let nature take its course. Enjoy yourself and really connect with your partner during this experience. It will make it that much more beautiful. And we're just gonna wait for another truck. Ugh. Currently undergoing a studio for myself, guys. I think I've been promising this to my viewers for a few weeks now, and you can hear all the traffic and the craziness, even though I live on over an acre in the mountains, and there's still noise and chaos. Stay stress-free, Jessica. Anywho, future video on in-home studio building. Can't wait for it. Can't flip and wait. Leading into our tricks. This is a trick that my husband and I tried with our only planned child, Miss Raven Rain, who is now 2.5 years old. But we had 2 girls already, and we were really trying to shoot for a boy, even though, again, this is Mother Nature. You're going to get what you get as long as it's alive, healthy, heartbeat, beautiful, happy. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? But there are a few things, so they say, that you can do to incorporate in this process that will help you get a male versus female. I don't know how much of that is true, but the one trick was have the male drink coffee about half an hour before you do the biz, because it will help the sperm swim faster to the egg, apparently. And I also learned that male sperm swim slower than the female sperm. So they said if you drink coffee as a male, it will help the boy sperm swim faster to the egg if you're trying for a boy. Leave a comment down below if you want to capitalize on that whatsoever. We tried it and we got a girl. But I think once we tried it, I was already pregnant with her. We just didn't realize. So that could be a thing too. Do your research as far as different foods that your husband can also eat that will help increase sperm count. That much I did not get into for this video. I didn't want it to be too long, but there are some tricks and tips in that department as well that would help with the male and his sperm reproduction. This trick might sound silly, but don't stand up too quickly, ladies. You want to not let gravity work against you. And I know you know what I'm talking about. So basically, once you're done doing your business, if the woman stands up too quickly, then contents could, come one with gravity and just kind of, you know what I'm saying. So don't want to get demonetized here in the future. Oh my gosh. But basically, guys, if you're doing your thing right before bed, make sure you've peed, washed hands, brushed your teeth. If you like to have a book by your bedside or a glass of water like I do, I got everything ready. So once we were done, I stayed put until I woke up in the middle of the night and had to use the bathroom and pee. So you want to lay there as long as possible. Some say maybe for like a half an hour. Some say just as long as you can throughout the night. Whatever, you kind of just tweak and adjust it as you and your partner need to. Obviously, if you have to pee, like you gotta pee, you gotta run to the bathroom, whatever have you. If it's, hot, cold, a kid's waking up and crying, do what you gotta do. But I know that it's helpful to stay sitting in your position once you're finished for female as long as you can to really let everything run its course and let those sperm buddies get to that egg, darn it. My last trick is to tilt your pelvis. This goes back to laying as long as you can. Tilt your pelvis upward, or here comes a really loud one. Like, this is just really grinding my gears, man. busy day for truckers apparently. I live next to an apple orchard, and there's an apple factory called Nouse Foods, like right down the street. And it's just like ridiculous. Even though we're like in the boonies, it's like the one thing that's just a little too much. Okay, back to my last trick. Tilt your pelvis upward, ladies, if you're laying on your back after the business is done, so that way you can, again, work with gravity instead of against it and let everything flow down into your womanly hood parts. As well as another trick was you could do the bicycle legs. So again, you're laying on your back, tilting your pelvis upward, kind of doing the bicycle. I don't really feel that like leg motion has too much to do with it. However, that motion is rocking your hips back and forth as well, so that's kind of shimmying everything down. Excuse me. And then lastly, I like to move my pillow, slide my bum right where my pillow would be, and I kind of have myself in an L shape. So I'm laying flat on my back on the mattress. I have my bum where my pillow was, and my legs are stick straight up against the wall. That will also help. And now to wrap all of this up, guys, I want to let you know to look down in the description box below this. I have a few mom hack videos that I can link down below for you, as well as a few other links to different stores that I use online that you can help purchase some baby stuff, or if you're a new YouTuber and you need some equipment to do video edits or camera stuff, I can link a few of those down below as well. I always leave goodies down there for you guys, so make sure to check it out before you leave. If you're not a subscriber, I would love for you to be. Question and comment down below. I hope this video was helpful, guys, and I look forward to seeing you all again very soon. Have an epic and awesome blessed day. Bye!